Our work is here, our network is here. A lot of stuff are happening here. It was pretty important to be in Paris. But Paris is expensive, so it's important to find a way to find a nice place, even if it's small. Actually, when we started to work together as a design studio, we were searching for a space to work. First, we arrived in this building. Here, a lot of things are happening. Different companies are working. Here, the dudes are working on their 3D printing machines. There is some theater already. So we had at first this small room to work in, which is now the space where we have the trash and all. At this time, we obviously took out everything and organized a tiny office, actually. So, you know, that was pretty nice when you don't have much.
Yeah.
And while we were in the building, we started to look around and try to find some other possibilities. And then we discovered actually a small space there, which was absolutely unused. And it was actually a concrete block where the engines of the elevator. But the elevator was gone. So that was an empty block. So it's actually a basic cube of 14 meters square. You had a huge engine here on a big concrete thingy and a lot of different stairs. So it was anyway impossible to do anything with it just like that. It took us 2 months to build everything, with friends who came to help us and all. It was pretty cheap too, actually. The whole costs was around 2,000 euros. So just a bit of imagination and a lot of work and barbecues actually, and you can do everything. So we had to rebuild the floor because actually here is the depth. So we had to get back on the height to have the main floor to be able to use the space.
Oh, because you had to build it up.
Yeah, actually here you have huge stairs and another one, and after you can get out. Well, we were actually pretty lucky because they decided to put a window for the engine of the elevator. We never understood why, but it was there. So we created these 2 trapdoors to store as many things as we could. And on the other part, we decided to put a small petite banquette, small mattress, actually.
So can you sleep?
Yeah, actually you can
really
sleep.
tired.
Yeah, it's more for nap. It's more to take a nap or read a book or something like that.
Yeah, a kind of hidden mattress.
Yeah, it's a hidden mattress, definitely. We would have loved to have the space to put a huge couch or something, but that was not possible, so actually that was the idea, okay.
Maybe 4.
For the materials for the ground, we decided to work with OSB because it's really cheap, but really sturdy. We didn't want to paint it, we just put some oil on it. Actually, when you build OSB, through time it's gonna change. And the floor is marking more and more, and it's fine actually. You can start to see where we're spending time more. So it's actually a small space, but it's often that we are more than 2 working here, 3 or 4. So it was important for us to have some working space that you could deploy or hide. We know the way we work, so we knew pretty quickly the organization of the space. What was important was a big desk for the both of us. A lot of part of the work is happening here. After we can always use, of course, this piece of the desk to work on some other things, or when we get big plans to put on. And we have the whiteboard. The whiteboard is pretty important in our work too.
We're working mostly the 2 of us, but we have an assistant sometimes, we have an intern, and we have meetings here, so we can be, sometimes we are 5 or 6 working here. It's
Wow.
the maximum. Storage is kind of a big issue. So if we just had to do things, throw it away, it would be okay. But we have to keep some things inside and to work with that. Sometimes, yeah, the walls are a bit too close, so we have to organize themselves much more than if we had like 3, 4, 500 more space.
And we would store even more.
Yeah.
So the problem would be the same actually on the end.
Everything would be full anyway. And we are kind of outside actually. So during summer, it's like we have a huge garden and it's the workspace. We live with the seasons and we like to switch between inside and outside, so we don't need to have everything here.
It's really nice to have this small space, and we have quite some space for some to work a bit with materials or stuff like that. We're doing pretty well with the space that we build and the space on the rooftop. You don't feel like you're in Paris anymore that much, and it's very important to have some break.